Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Seen Beyond and Through with Monty. Right before you is MMA fighter Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. Mr. Pretty Boy has made some news recently, all because he wants to date a famous R&B singer. He gave a shout out to her, which was a very bold gesture, saying how well he would treat her. And many were very happy at first. And I'll explain why I say at first. They thought it was very bold. They thought that here's this fighter, a great looking guy, which he is, and then he's asking a well-known singer out. And this singer happens to be none other than Miss Kesha Cole. Now he goes, "This is Anthony. I would be honored if you would go on a date with me. All I know is I would treat you good, and I'll do everything it takes to stand by her side." Then he goes on to say, before I get to that, he asked her too that maybe it can go on a dinner or maybe it could be hiking, in which she eventually responded, "I would love to have someone, but right now isn't the time. I need to focus on new music. It's grind time." But this was really sweet. Anthony goes on to say, "I'll wait for you. I'm patient." This is Kesha Cole, beautiful R&B singer. She's glowing. She's happy now. She has one or two children, I believe. And as you can see, she looks very good with different looks. And here goes the downer when I said at first. Because apparently he spoke. He sent out a voice message to Kesha. And you can see by the comments here that many women, many black women, talked about his voice. I guess they did not find it sexy, manly, alluring, hard, authoritative. Look at the comments here. Very harsh, I think. So all this criticism about a young man's voice. Continue reading the comments, please. Now, that was pretty harsh in my opinion. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to let you listen to his voice and tell me, is it that much of a turnoff? Is it really that bad? Does it really warrant all this criticism? I'll let you be the judge of this.
Hey, I'm Anthony Taylor. I'm stepping into the shade room, shooting my shots at Kesha Cole's. Would love to know if you'd like to go out to dinner or possibly a hike. Let me know. Looking forward to the answer.
Okay. Now you heard the voice of Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. Was it really that bad to elicit that type of a response? I personally did not see anything that bad. It wasn't like it was Donald Duck, a Mickey Mouse, any type of a squeak. It wasn't overly baritone. It wasn't overly deep. But does that really matter? I would think that what would matter is how he would treat her. I had no idea that, all of this is taken into consideration. And I guess here's the point and the problem which I had with it, is that black women do so much complaining about black men not liking them, liking others, preferring others, not really standing behind them. But here's a young black man, a professional fighter. He steps up to a black female and asks her out. And when I checked the social media account, it didn't have a bunch of women on there. It didn't have a bunch of jewelry. There wasn't a bunch of cars bragging about physical or, personal wealth. It wasn't anything like that. It was fairly decent. Like he's somewhat private or guarded about, what he has, how he goes about doing things. And this putting black men down reminds me of this here. Erica Mena has a message for a woman who keep calling Safari corny. Safari's her husband. And he's been called corny left and right. And once again, the majority of these comments are from black women. I'm kind of confused, to be honest with you. On one sense, you say one thing about how you're very neglected, you're the most disrespected, the most underappreciated, but there are certain types of men who you just don't really appreciate yourself. Here's Safari taking care of his baby. And this reminds me, a while back I did a video, one of my favorite videos actually. It's called Black Women Hate This Type of Hair. It's about 4C hair on a man's chest. And you should have heard the comments that this guy got from black women about how it was disgusting, how it needed to be combed, how it needed to be taken care of. Comments just went on and on and on. And you know that if black men said that about black women's weave or hair, they would be very appalled by that. They would be up in arms though. But I encourage you guys to go back and check out this video, and I list the comments that black women made about his chest hair, which is the same type of chest hair that I have, by the way. And Anthony Taylor is, he's 31 years old. Kesha's 38. Sometimes age is just a number. I don't know if that would be a problem for her, or if that bothers women, about a younger guy. In this day and age, I don't think it bothers them too much. I would hope not. Particularly if they're decent guys. Then I thought about, could it possibly be a height issue? Because he does seem to be a little challenged when it comes to height. But when I look at her, actually he's 5'7", and Kesha is 5'2". So that wouldn't be a problem there. So, from what I can see, he appears to be pretty decent, pretty sincere, going after what he wants. Should she give him a chance? What do you think? Well, black women, you have got to stop being so judgmental with guys over things like a voice. Really? Is a voice really that important to you over other substance? Like how he treats someone, and not just a woman, but how he treats people in general, how he carries himself, how he treats animals. I mean, does he vote? Does he take care of the environment? Does he pay his bills? Is he self-sustaining? Is he staying away from drugs or narcotics? Does he believe in God? Does he respect black women? Those qualities, I believe, are a lot more important than his voice. I mean, is it really that much of a turnoff? I'm not making the connection, to be honest with you, as to why many of the women were so critical. But I'm wondering, could it possibly be the little green envy of jealousy that he's stepping up, asking her out on a date, and no one's asking many of those women out? And then, I hope this doesn't get Mr. Taylor down. He's 31, fairly young. I hope he's able to not look at this as a strike against black women. And I don't like to generalize. I don't like it when black women generalize about black men. I don't want to generalize about black women. There were some who were being foolish in the comment section. But I hope that he look at that and realize that it's some and not all. And there are probably many of them, a lot of them, who would take him up on his offer and would love to date him. Well, that was another edition of Seeing Beyond and Through with Monty. If you like, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment. Feel free to subscribe. And I will see you beyond and through.